Governor Ron DeSantis ripping Congresswoman Ilhan Omar for her so-called Somalia first speech over the weekend.
Share Kasoni from our sister network.
I'm sorry, but Ron DeSantis has literally been like, we will deport you if you are anti-Israel in the state of Florida. You can't be fucking talking shit about Ilhan Omar and be like, wow, she's Somalia first when you have like a genuine Israel first approach. What's that about? Like, what the fuck? No, he literally said that. I'm not even joking. He said it during the fucking... That dumbass said it during his loser-ass run where he was trying to be the candidate. Mr. Free Speech, by the way.
Fox Business is here with more. Quite the controversy.
January 27th, so she makes these remarks, and it's been really picked up. It's gone viral because of her comments about putting Somalia first. And to be clear, she emigrated here. Well, she left Somalia in 1991. She spent 4 years in a Kenyan refugee camp, and then she comes to the United States, and here she is. But in this speech, here's what she said and what people are criticizing her. For as long as I am in the U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing that I am here to protect the interests of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. The woman you sent to Congress working day and night to protect your interests. Well, Governor Ron DeSantis responded to that ad, and he made it a little shorter. He said expel from Congress, denaturalize, and deport. Like, who do you care about here, Ilhan Omar? Anyway, she fired back at DeSantis and said no nation state can survive if its states start to get involved in land lease negotiations with other countries without the consent of the federal government. Somalis in Somalia and in the diaspora united in that effort, and I stand in solidarity with them. No amount of harassment and lies will ever change that. So, look, I mean, there's a water dispute between Ethiopia and Somalia, but it's again, you're here in the United States now. Yeah. You're serving in Congress.
Mm-hmm. Do your job here.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that they're saying that. One, they were also, Republicans smeared Ilhan Omar over a faulty translation. Here's what she really said. Bro, she's literally talking about, first of all, the people who know they are Somalians first, Muslims second. What she was talking to was a bunch of Somali people in diaspora, okay? Her own fucking constituents. Like, these are Americans, okay? Like, what are we talking about? The idea that, like, you can't fucking say, like, I actually don't want America to interfere in a way that like will hurt Somali people, okay? Because like, you know, as a Somali representative, like as a Somali American representative, and one that is like responsible for the interests of a gigantic Somali constituency, I will do my very best to make sure that your needs are met. Perfectly normal. You know who else also fucking does stuff like that, but more quietly, but because she's a white lady and does it quietly, she doesn't get shit on in the same vein? Motherfucking Big Mama Gretchen Whitmer, dude. Why? Because she recognizes that as the governor of the state of Michigan, she is responsible for the interests of a shit ton of Muslims living in Dearborn, Arabs and North African Muslims alike. Big Gretch. Perfectly normal. But yeah, it's additionally funny because people are like, it's not even a question, like that everybody unconditionally defends Israel too. So it's like extra funny when people make this big stink, like, oh, we'll deport your ass. It's like, oh, dude, what do you mean? Have you heard what you said about Israel? It's like, shut the fuck up.
That's why you're here.
What matters to you?
You know, you work on behalf of the Somalis. And the fact that she would even say that she's going to work from inside the system, that should frighten everybody. We don't want anybody working for any foreign country with inside our system. Mm-hmm. It's frightening.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here.
Anyway.
Georgia seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath.
Oh, it's so funny. Dude, she's so funny. Oh, got him. Dumbass, stupid bitch. Fuck you. Fake ass white supremacist dumb bitch looking like a motherfucking titan. Ugly ass freak. Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you go fuck your yoga instructor more instead of doing this fucking smarmy, annoying real estate developing cunty bullshit. I hate her so much.
To bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will.
Bro. By that logic, every Republican should be deported for supporting Israel hard. Oh, dude, Democrats too. The difference, of course, is that that's our ally. We don't know where we stand on Somalia. Who knows? That's it. That's literally it. God, I fucking hate this. I hate this so much.
Only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, for as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements by Representative Omar clearly violate the oath she took as an elected member of Congress to defend and protect the United States Constitution. Whereas Representative Omar has exhibited the treasonous tendencies George Washington warned about. And her.
It's so fucking stupid, bro. This is done for Ukraine, it's done for Taiwan. It's done for every country that America has like openly said like we're on board with. People just don't know where America stands with Somalia. So that's it. So then it's like, well, ooh, scary, black person. Talking about African country. Yeah, it's done for Israel too. She is literally talking to her own constituents that are American but are originally from Somalia. It's perfectly valid to say, I don't want American interference in this situation. And don't worry, I will protect your interests. I will protect the interests of your families. That's it. It's a perfectly valid thing to say. And people say it about Ukraine all the fucking time. People say it in a negative way when talking about Israel doing genocide even. And I don't think that they should, because what Israel is doing is an ethnic cleansing campaign, obviously.
Her actions must be condemned by all members of Congress who adhere to the oath they took upon assuming office. And whereas by openly admitting her efforts to advance Somalia's interest using her position as a United States representative, Representative Omar has revealed herself to be a foreign agent acting on behalf of a foreign government. Now, therefore, be it resolved that.
Bro, when Ilhan Omar talks about like not doing a coup in Venezuela, in a similar vein, let's say, okay, you can't censure her. You'll shit on her, but you can't really censure her in the same vein because she's not fucking Venezuelan, right? If she was Venezuelan and like openly a socialist or whatever, and was trying to say like we can't coup Venezuela, they would try to do the same shit. The point is, when she talks about Somalia, because she is a Somali refugee first and foremost, then they can say, oh, this is like dual loyalty. Oh, you're doing secrets. Oh, you're pushing for this because you care about Somalia more than you care about America. It's very frustrating. It is perfectly valid for a congressperson to have foreign policy positions that you don't agree with. Okay? It's ridiculous that these foreign policy positions should require you to be censured or expelled because they're too black for you. You know what I mean? It's just like...
Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee of the Budget and the Committee on Education and the Workforce.